RTFC.baconicecream.com. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Evercast, your weekly dose of Evercade goodness. I'm one of your hosts, Rich Haywood, here from Bacon Ice Cream Productions and Team RTFC. To this way, I've got Ed, Richard KillDashNine. What's going on?
Hey, what's up?
Wake up and smell the coffee.
We got Crow. What's going on, Crow? What's going on, Crow? How's it going?
Yeah, it's going good.
And we got the pack opening pro.
Hey, wait.
How you doing?
Wait a second. We had 15 people watching, and after I did that, it went. It like shut down to like 8, and I was
You
like,
shouldn't be allowed to
like, we're out of here.
did I just destroy half the audience?
Maybe.
Wow.
They didn't want to smell the coffee. Not everybody likes coffee.
That's it. Actually, I don't either. So anyway, we got some cool people in the chat. We got Al, who's been banging on the door all morning long. What's going on? We got Back from the Dead. What's going on? Jason Shires is here. We got Ballistic Coffee Boy in the house. We got Dan Ruff. What's going on? And who else? We got Lloyd Archim is in here. Oh, and Ian's in here. He says hello, everyone, and then he says, of course,
I have been summoned.
Would you kill this thing?
Oh God.
You know what you should do? Every week you should slowly slow down that clip over time so nobody notices it getting longer and longer.
Well, now you've just spoiled it, Crow.
That'd be hilarious. That would
Giving
be
him ideas.
Oh my goodness gracious. So we've got some cool stuff going on in the Evercade worlds. Of course, we've got the huge video things going to be happening on Tuesday, and then that all culminates with the second anniversary of the Evercade itself. And I think I wanted to start off the show with maybe talking a little bit about how are we feeling? It's 2 years, isn't that crazy? It's gotten there. We've gotten through. We've got the handheld. We've got their home console. We've got all sorts of crazy games playing. I think it's pretty neat. So
I killed their Wi-Fi.
Yes, that's right. That's the signal.
And Sean's here, so we have to behave.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
IPA for no one.
That's it.
No one.
That's it.
But yeah, guys, 2 years. 2 years. It's crazy to get to this. It's crazy to get to this point. So kind of all right, I want to start that off real quick. So it's interesting to me, especially to be here because
we haven't done our intro.
Well, it's true.
Our intro.
Okay, never mind. Go ahead.
Or am I skipping it?
We are in our intro, but I mean, we could do whatever.
I just have fun messing with Ed. That's all. I'm hoping he's going to forget what he just was about to say, and that'll be fun for me.
Well, you know what?
Nice.
Okay, go there.
Oh, for the love of God. That scared the crap out of me.
He never said we had to behave.
Oh, I know. I'm giving Sean a hard time. Well, I was just feeling nostalgic because, of all of us up here, I'm the only one who before, Evercade, I didn't have a YouTube channel or anything. Yeah. And so it's just this surreal moment because I got into this by, I can't remember whose channel, either I found Pete or Crow because of someone else. And I found, then I found Rich. So between the three of y'all, and then I remember seeing the videos and kind of being on the fence. And then when I reached out to Pete to be on Evercast, and then now I'm here, now I have my own YouTube channel. So it's all awesome stuff, but it's so surreal. And I remember I got
drinking that day when he reached out to me, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? We need more beards on the show.
It's funny because I've been told that I have a trusting face, so I don't know. But yeah, this is I can't believe it's already 2 years, and it's just great. I mean, how Evercade community, and it's brought people together, and that's, I don't know, that's what it's all about.
Yeah, you just stumbled onto a great little topic, the last 2 years. We should all talk about the last 2 years. Rich, you go next. Your journey in the last 2 years with Evercade.
Man, for me, I think the whole journey with Evercade actually is will be forever linked with my son Henry, because we had just gotten like through the whole like excitement of knowing that there was going to be another little one. So I was like all amped about that. I was starting to ramp up things on the YouTube thing on my own, and then really getting into retro, specifically, like reliving all of that cool stuff from my childhood, almost kind of gearing up to try to share that with Douglas. And then this thing comes out, right? And Pete, you directly were the influence for me, because you were like starting to talk about how you were going to get yours, and it was just about to come out, and the pre-orders were about to close, and if you're going to get in now. And I'm like, all right, you know what, I'm in. So I jump in like right as the door was closing. I just jumped right in, and then of course we started doing the Evercast, and then I started really digging into all these collections, and as we went along, it just solidified more and more. It's like, man, this is such a great choice to go back and start to relive all this retro stuff, because not only was it like me like just riding the excitement wave of all these different changes that are happening in the families in the family, but also like reliving all of this past and getting to share it with not only Douglas, but as soon as he is available and ready to pick up a controller, what a legacy is going to be waiting for him, right, on all these shelves. And I don't have to have this giant pile of cartridges or whatever. It's just really neat. It's like like I get to have this little museum that I get to take Henry through. It's just like, hell yeah. Awesome. Your brother was he grew up with all these, and then a couple years later, he's going to go through and experience the same thing, and they're just all there waiting for him. And I totally dig that. It's so awesome. And then of course, I mean, obviously the personal benefit is I get to hang out with everybody here, right? This podcast is awesome. I love it. It's just it's a fun excuse to just hang out with anyone who wants to come in and just chat retro. I just couldn't be happier that I get to be a part of this, which is awesome. So that's me, like for my 2-year look back, and just to see like how consistent this has been, right? Like I know that I've actually been some of the monkey wrenches and like not having the show go off every single week, but the fact that here we are still 2 years later, we're still doing this. It's awesome. It's great. I absolutely love it. And
hey, on that note, you know what? It's 2 years, and I agree with you, Evan. Where's our coffee mug? Ooh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? That would be a big announcement for me Tuesday. No.
Oh, just like get some cool merch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Some more stuff.
Oh, and guess what?
He
was the OG Evercade hype man. To your point.
That's right. Absolutely.
There still is. I don't know.
So, yeah, I mean, he's right here. So, but yeah, I mean, it's I just can't wait to see like all the other cool things that are going to be coming out, and all the other people that might just find Evercade this 2 years later, and like 2 years beyond, and all that kind of stuff. It's just so cool. It's really neat. So that's me and my 2-year journey. So anyone else want to hop in there? Pete, Crow, who wants to go next?
Well, I didn't get the Evercade right away. In fact, there was at least one person on my channel that kept asking me if I was gonna get the Evercade.
Like that was my alt account.
Yeah, probably. It was like, and this was exactly the same time when the Polymega was getting delayed. And I was like, I don't know why I'd want the Evercade. I could already play all those games, that kind of thing. And after it came out, and then I started seeing more and more videos for it, I think one of the reasons I didn't like buy it sooner was because in my mind, it was a lot more expensive than it actually was. For whatever reason, I was thinking it was like a $200 handheld. And then when I actually looked it up, I was like, oh, this is half as much as I thought it was. And I just bought that bundle. And then I got the 3 games, and then I just started, getting more and more of them until I, finally got caught up with all of them. And then I started making videos for them. And that's where I am now. Now I'm actually like making a video for every single individual game now.
Yeah. That's a wild.
Because there's a lot of stuff in each game I was like I was leaving out just because I didn't want the videos last forever. But there's some really interesting stuff going on in some of those games in the renovation collection that I wouldn't have mentioned before.
Oh, speaking of bundles, have you guys seen they have the Funstock has the anniversary bundle? It's like $700, but you get like I think all the games and you get a VS. And
No, that is definitely something to mention. We might actually dig into that in a little bit. We'll see if I can find the link and go over that. That's absolutely kind of nuts. But yeah. So let's put a pin in that real quick, and go to Pete.
Well, I think anybody who's watched this podcast for more than like in the last couple of years know my story. I actually got it on a whim. I actually saw an advertising for it, and I'm like, huh, that looks cool. I was bored. It was the pandemic. I was like, hey, I ordered way too much stuff and crap during the pandemic. And I'm like, yeah, this seems awesome. And collecting was tough, right? Because you couldn't go out to stores or anywhere, garage sales or anything like that in my area to find games. And I'm like, this looks cool on my handheld nut. So I picked it up. And then I got hooked like instantly. And I'm like, all right, this is going to be a major part of my channel moving forward. So and then I'm like, with everything I look at, I'm like, videos wasn't enough. I'm like, we got to build a community around this. Like, people need to know about this. So, and it was a great time for this to happen because the whole world was in this unknown where they were looking for like-minded people to chat about something and be positive and be excited about. And I'm like, well, nothing's more exciting than talking about a new video game product in my mind. So I started doing it, and the channel just really took off on that. Like, I mean, for me, it was so much fun just talking about new games, anticipating what's coming out. And then Rich and I had already had known each other from the console that shall not be named. And I'm like, and Rich and I were looking to do a collaboration, and I'm like, well, let's do this podcast, just ourselves. So we started that up, and the community started growing, and we just had a blast. And I mean, like, everybody coming in, we met so many cool people, like the Facebook group, everybody in this chat who's been along for the ride, and got to meet and interact and actually work with Blaze and them and getting a collection out the door, which was really cool, right? So it's been awesome. And now, like, I passed the torch over to Rich last year, I think. Rich, we wanted to take the show because it was never meant to stay on one channel. And then I've moved away from talking about retro video games, but I've not moved away from talking about Evercast over here on Evercade. But yeah, I still support the product, still a big part of the community and stuff like that. So yeah, it's been awesome. It's been really cool. I think it was like me and Ballistic Boy and RMGB have been talking about it in the chat. It's been the perfect product to come out during the pandemic that I think helped a lot of people, which I thought was really cool. And it's weird to say a product helps people, but it does. Like, I mean, it was a tough time, and it kind of distracted us from what was going on, right? In a lot of ways. So,
Pete, you brought up something that I never thought of before. I wonder if some of the Evercade success was due to the Polymega being late, right? Like, think maybe if that came out, maybe you would have gotten that instead or later. Maybe this would have happened.
Well, I'm a kind of not the right person to talk about that because I had the Polymega pre-order. But yeah, I think it's because a lot of stuff got delayed and they came out on time. And they kept coming out on time with stuff. Sure, there's been a delay here and there, and people will bring them to task because they delay a cart for a month, and I'm like, whatever, man. Like, there's tons of play out there, but their first year they hit almost all their dates on everything.
Yeah,
and they had minimal amount of bugs, and it was and everything else was delayed. Everything else was not coming out. Everything else got canceled or whatever. So I thought, I think you couldn't have a stronger 2 years for a small company and a bunch of little products. Like, they punched above their weight big time.
Yeah, no, I completely agree with that sentiment, and the fact that I think this was the right time, right? You're absolutely right. I mean, a rough time for a lot of people, but having something to kind of like get around and talk about is is awesome, especially if it's fun, right? We're talking about video games. Video games are always fun. Reliving your childhood is always fun, especially when you have like-minded people to share it with. So
Heck yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it was like this whole time was like a slam dunk for me. I think it was really cool. I think it was really, really cool. So so awesome. So let's so I guess maybe we can talk about some other cool stuff. If people just so happen to have never experienced the Evercade and somehow stumble on this podcast, and they're like, oh wow, I want to jump right in and get everything ever. Why don't we talk a little bit about this crazy bundle on Funstock real quick?
Oh yeah!
Just bring it up. This thing is absolutely bonkers, I think.
So you know what it made me kind of realize? I mean, granted, when I got mine, I got like the $200 deal. But if you look at like 20 of these, I'm like, do I have like $800? Do I have like over $1,000 worth of Evercade stuff behind me?
Yeah,
kind of daunting.
It's pretty nuts.
I mean,
right?
I didn't pay for that at once, but it's just like, geez.
So let me bring it up here. This is the Evercade second anniversary bundle. It's
Like
in
$900
the US $694.59 USD, but
It comes at the
There we go. I couldn't see you.
985 or something Canadian, something like that. I looked at it and I'm like, I don't need to buy that because I already own it all.
right. But I mean, if somebody wanted to just walk right in, the fun thing is they actually are including every single one of the cartridges, which includes the ones that are not being produced anymore. So
Backstop, right? So you're going to be able to get the Namco stuff, right?
That's right.
So what's the second-hand market for Namco carts now? Have they gone up, or?
I don't think so. Last time I checked, they were still around normal price.
This is has anybody done the math? Like, if you bought them individually, it must be more expensive than $694, right? If you bought it individually.
Well,
it was like £100 savings. So it was like, what is
holy crap, that's like $200 Canadian savings. That's amazing.
Yeah, you're getting 4 controllers too.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So, it's all the it's
a
all
lot
of
of
the
money.
Evercade carts, two extra wired controllers, the premium pack, which comes with 2 controllers and the
handheld too,
and the handheld.
I mean, this is all in bundle. It's like, you're going to the buffet and you're just gonna have it all.
What's the last?
But you're not gonna feel bloated and need to poo for 3 hours afterwards.
It looks like
good. You get up to Gremlin, because I was going to say if you didn't, then it might be if like it included in television and Morph Cat, then you might have to wait. But no, that's excellent.
Oh no, yeah.
I think that's the right move, not to include stuff that's not released, because you probably get delayed getting it too, right? Because Funstock only ships when everything in your order is available.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty wild though. It is.
This is like, again, I didn't know. Like I forgot that they had done a release, because Oliver Twins collection is not being produced anymore either, because that was the charity cart. I don't know if Sean can comment on that. That's a charity cart, right? So
Oliver Twins and what is it? Technos, right?
Yeah, people forget that Oliver Twins was released as they gave, again, another great thing they did was, and continue to do, is give back to charity, which I'm a big proponent of, and they like that one is going to have some value.
Absolutely,
I think.
Yeah, 100%.
Right now, the Oliver Twins is going for around $20 to $30, but the Namco ones are going between $40 and $60.
So double the price for the Namco.
Yeah, I mean, they're already picking
Namco
up.
Namco is just a high-profile name, right?
Right.
And does the better games.
And that's Namco 1 and 2, not one or the other.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's 2 of them for $60 complete?
No. I'm saying that each of them individually.
$60 each.
Yeah, so that's between 40 and 60. Yeah.
So
there we go.
Yeah. Oliver Twins. Hey, Sean, is it still being? It's not being produced anymore, right? Oliver Twins. I'm just speculating. I don't know if that's true, but
Yeah, he says right here, the license ended for Namco, Oliver Twins, and Technos.
Yeah.
The home console, not the arcade.
sweet.
So
I don't see these. I mean, I don't see these carts really ever getting more than between like 40 or 50, and I'll tell you why. Because I think like most of the collectors out there, like us, we already have it.
I think the console might go up, Ed, like because I think when it comes to, I think like the rare consoles, like the Founders and the Purples, will probably ones that'll go up in value over time.
Yeah, I could see that.
You know what? I gotta say this, Rich. I was on vacation last week, so I almost dialed in, but I was enjoying my coffee sitting on the beach. I must tell you, man, I played so much my Evercade. Like I have every console and handheld, and the only one I put in my bag was my Evercade.
Yeah.
And I had such a blast playing that because it's so no stress involved in playing those games. No booting up, no updating.
right.
I took my purple one because that's my main right now, my main handheld.
Mhm,
I just had a blast. I had a freaking blast. And Ed, you're right. It is a brighter screen than the white one because I was out in the sun and I realized that. That's like,
Yeah.
Angle, yeah.
But I just want to add that note, like anybody, if you're going on holidays and you just want like to, I highly recommend taking your handheld with you because so fun to play those games anywhere.
I completely agree, and small regret for not holding on to one of those purples or getting into the purples when they had that backstock sale last month.
I'm sure, Andrew, what you do for the Evercade community, I'm sure Andrew or Sean can make something happen for you.
I mean, so the only reason I say that is because I completely agree with you on the vacation angle.
I told you not to give away one of your purples.
I brought this one to the beach.
I have an idea.
And you saw that video, right?
Did I not tell you, Rich, not to give away one of your purples? I legitimately told you that. It was so nice for you to do it, but I said you're going to want that because it's like a collectible.
Yeah.
Why don't you could do the next best thing? Make your own. Go ahead, like buy another white one.
Yeah, Crow's going to start his side business.
Yeah, I was going to say, or get another LCD, or maybe like I don't know, maybe Crow would make it. Maybe either Crow would make a video, or maybe get a new one, be brave enough, mod it, put in a better battery.
I mean, that could be. You know what? It could be a thing.
Yeah,
I do have somewhere around here. I do have another extra handheld. I actually let my brother-in-law, who I gave the purple to for Christmas, borrow it. So I could get that back and start to do a little.
Dude, like get one, spray paint it yellow, make the Bacon Ice Cream Productions limited rich edition.
Yeah, it would still be in purple. The Bacon Ice Cream edition would be in purple. Yeah. I mean, I'm already playing around with stuff with like my 3D printer and stuff. So why not, right?
Get you to make me card holders.
Oh,
they're too expensive to buy. I'm gonna source them out to Rich.
What, like a tray? You mean?
My trading card holders, little tiny holders.
Trading card holders. Yeah.
I see what you mean. Rich. Like you could make a custom like faceplate.
Yeah.
Actually, you could even make a custom backing to like have it like hold like the bigger battery, whatever, if you want.
That would be kind of cool. Yeah. We could definitely do all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I've been playing around with all sorts of neat stuff here. So I guess we go back here. Just so
Sean said in chat, like, and everybody, it's pretty obvious that collection's for non-Evercade fans or insiders. Right?
100%.
If you're a non-Evercade fan, would you really want to splurge and buy everything all at once?
Well, if you watch a big video on YouTube, and you see Metal Jesus Rocks or some or you're here for the first time, you see us talking about Evercade, and it's like go to Funstock and say, "Oh yeah, I can get it all."
Curious how many people would be like, "Okay, I'm going to buy everything all at once."
Yeah, that's a good point. I'm not sure, but hey, it's an option, right?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah,
I like it because it's for people who want to get caught up. If they just wanted to like dive into it and like, I want everything now and I'm going to explore it on my own. Yeah.
People have been holding off for the last couple of years, following it from the fringe, and said, "Hey, now the system's been out 2 years. They're obviously supporting it. Now it's my time to get in."
Yeah. Maybe there'll be an announcement on Tuesday that'll push them over the edge.
That's right.
Wow, in a good way, Crow.
That's a nice little segue there for what we can talk about next, which is of course the video that's going to be appearing on Tuesday. So let me go back to the share screen here and get another window. Actually, you know what? Right before that, I just want to say I've been playing around with my 3D printer. Speaking about modifications, And I did start printing some cool things. I don't know if this is like, I don't know. I mean, well, maybe it could be Evercade related. I could make one, but I just made this thing here, which is a shelf.
That's for your.
For
that's
Game
for your
Gear.
Game Gear.
Dude.
Yeah, so like, so I just have it like sitting right here, and I'd be like, oh sweet, I want to like, just pull out a cart and then put it in, and
you should make me one of those for Evercade.
With the steps, like stadium steps.
Oh yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Yeah, I mean it'd take forever to print, but yeah, absolutely, because that way you can actually start to see, you can actually see the game that it is is in there.
It depends on how much you staggered them. But because with the Game Gear, you need to put it up a lot in order to see the label.
Yeah. So, and then as people might have known, I think I did this last week. I showed the Atari controller thing that I modified. I did, however, create another one that I printed yesterday that I haven't put it on or actually glued the two pieces together. But this is a new.
Oh, so it's a ball top for your
new design. So. And if you look at it, actually, it's kind of funny that the light is hitting it just like that. Kind of looks like a
ice cream cone.
An ice cream cone.
Looks like you've got an egg.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So there's the hole there. You put it right on the Atari stick on the VCS.
Ooh,
be kind of cool. And then if it actually works and feels great, then I got to talk to Ryan. Be like, hey, let's work on these drivers for these that Atari VCS Classic stick, and we get the spinner working.
God.
on the VS. That'd be fantastic. I'm just saying.
Or get a regular paddle controller for the you could make yourself a paddle controller with a USB plug for your PC, and if it's got a USB plug, you could plug it in the Evercade.
Yeah. So I don't know, but I think because you tested it, right? You tried testing the spinner for the Atari VCS.
It kind of works. It identifies it, but it's not something you'd want to map, because if you're using the joystick like normal, you'll accidentally twist it and it'll do something in the game you don't want it to do. Got it. Yeah. So that you'd have to make a different set in the driver or be able to map the movement. It doesn't work the way you want it to work for paddle games.
Jason's a funny guy.
I thought it was
bulb. It was an ice cream cone.
And a fan of Tom Cruise, apparently. Oh, I want to go see Top Gun. That's supposed to be really good. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I've been starting to get on that bandwagon a little. I have a movie fan confession to make, though. I've never actually seen the end of that movie.
You've never seen Top Gun?
Never seen the end of Top Gun.
You know what?
I've watched the first 58 minutes.
America wins. It's like every movie in the 80s.
I'm missing much.
I've seen zero amount of Top Gun.
Wow.
Top Gun is during the 86, 87, that whole era.
Yeah.
A lot of action movies was overly patriotic, and I love them to death. And Top Gun, when Top Gun came out in 86, I was 13 years old, and me and my buddies, we fell in love with that movie.
There's a cat out there too,
And we went down. We loved those. Loved that movie. I can almost quote it, the script, when I watch it. I can mouth it, everything they're going to say. I love it so much.
Oh, that's terrible.
God.
Oh man, that's rough. Thanks for that. But yeah, you know what? It's on Netflix, so
watch it. Watch it before you see the movie.
I have to finish it.
Well, you have to watch it because the new movie is a direct sequel to, it ties up, it really relates to the first one, apparently. So it's gotten amazing reviews. I can't wait to go watch it. Plus, any movie you see with Tom Cruise in these days, whatever you think of the person, I fear for his life every movie I watch because he does all his own stunts.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but if you've seen the movie, he's alive because you didn't hear he died on set.
I know, but it's like that movie Free Solo. You ever seen Free Solo? The guy that soloed El Capitan in the States and with the rope?
Yeah.
I was scared to death from the entire movie. And then my wife comes in and says, do you realize that he's narrating a lot of the movie? And I'm like, stop it. Get out.
Nice.
Yeah, anyway, Rich, don't watch the new one until you watch the first one.
Yeah. That's a There's a got on a deal with Days of Thunder. Sean got one.
Days of Thunder is just Top Gun in NASCAR.
And it's just like there's another one that I've never finished.
You haven't seen Days of Thunder?
No, I watched the first it's like all these movies. It's
What's
like
wrong with you?
half hour, first whatever. It's on TV.
Wait,
Something
I've seen
else
zero
distracts
amount
me
of
and I
Days
go
of
out.
Thunder.
Rich, like I'm gonna take your like nerd card away. Like,
Listen, I enjoyed
Have
those
you
as a
seen
kid,
Flow?
but I don't think I could. I don't know if I could stand Tom Cruise enough to actually make myself like. Watch
Yeah, I'm
that
not-
movie for next
Dude,
time.
he's an American icon.
No, I don't care. I'm not a big fan of Tom Cruise. It's not like he's Bruce Campbell or anything.
You know what Tom
No,
Cruise
no,
can't
not at
do
all.
wrong outside of the U.S.? Like literally, he's like one of the most beloved actors ever outside the U.S. Like
Yeah,
people
you know,
just
he's
love
huge. So yeah,
him.
no,
I
I
don't
heard
know,
about
like
that Val
I don't
Kilmer
think he's
kid too.
aging. I think he's actually a vampire from that movie he did.
Could be.
He is
Well,
actually.
so they wrote the book. They wrote the book based on him, and he just happened to play himself in the movie.
Exactly. Oh my God, you just blew my mind, Crow.
Nice.
As you can tell, if there was an action movie in the 80s, I'm probably a fan of who was starring in it.
Yes, Ian, I have played Days of Thunder.
I have that game because I collect really
You
bad
know,
movie games.
But I have it on a ROM. So back in my ROM days.
Oh, Al, stop being so argumentative. Of course,
He's not
Tom
loving
Cruise.
it.
Yeah, right.
What are we
So-
talking about? Are we
Oh
talking?
yeah, big
Yeah, we
announcements. What do
derailed.
do?
We derailed. We're talking about the. We're talking
You
about
guys' show was so quick last week. I get back on it. It's like we just go on and on.
Yeah.
And on.
But then we start talking about like why we need to see Top Gun.
Yeah, we were talking about the anniversary bundle. And
Oh yeah, we were talking about now the announcement. That was the next
Yes.
part, right?
The announcement. Boom.
big news.
So
I
on
love how
Discord,
Andrew has to introduce himself. Dude,
yes,
anybody in Discord knows you're the man.
yes, that's right. So yes, he says, "Hey, I'm the managing director, CEO of Blaze. Thought it'd be a good time to give you an idea of what was planned for the video on the 31st of May. There is going to be the second anniversary show is going to be 5 p.m. UK time, which falls it on. We were just talking about this a little bit. That's noon EST for me, so that's right at lunchtime. But I will be at work, so I don't know exactly how we're gonna do some of this. But
I'm
we'll
gonna
try
miss
to
it all. That's my commute to work. So I'll have to rely on you guys with videos. So please do videos right away afterwards, please. Thank you.
100%.
I'm gonna try.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
I'm gonna try. I
Because
might try
not able to watch
pull a
it
page
until I
out of
get
your
home.
book.
If it's a premiering video, it should be live as soon as it's done premiering.
Yes. So, and then I might actually try to do one of those live react things. So there might be
Good old
a
days of
reaction
live
right away.
reacting to videos.
So, so anyway, they'll be covering what happened over the last 2 years. There's going to be some exciting announcements in the show. We will also be publishing highlight videos to our YouTube channel for those who want to jump straight into those. So there's going to be extra videos. So that's going to be cool. I actually
I
missed
guess
that.
it's gonna be like when they do
Ooh.
like E3 and they have the whole thing, but then they break it up into chunks,
Okay.
separate videos.
Got it. The show has been a few months in the making, and some of these announcements are 2 years in the making. That's,
Ooh.
I mean, that's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that got my hardware tingles going.
That's
But wait,
crazy.
Since
Amazing.
Evercade is 2 years old, wouldn't everything be 2 years in the making?
Well,
Oh, maybe.
oh, stop bursting my bubble.
So to me, okay, so big news. I think big news is going to be something like a big publisher, like relative, like a Sega or like an SNK or like a Taito.
I mean,
That's like multiplayer leaderboards like that.
I mean, yeah, the hype meter is pretty high. You know,
Yeah, it's gotta be more than
this
Sega.
announcement. It's the hype meter is it's getting pinned here. And
I
the
think
cool
it's hardware related. 2 years in the making, that would be right on course to get a product developed, produced, and ready to ship.
yeah, but I mean,
If it's-
what, right?
if it's
like we got a
peripherals-
console and we got a handheld. What else is going to be there?
I think it would be peripherals, like maybe like like joysticks or trackballs.
That's what I'm
or-
thinking, Ed.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
a joystick with a
accessories.
spinner, or something like I don't know. What
That to me, yeah, that's my number one guess. That's what I think is most likely. Well, hopefully is most likely. That's I guess maybe
Coffee
that's what I'm
mug.
hoping is more likely.
Yeah, if it's a coffee mug, it'll be a
Yeah,
huge.
2 years in 2 years in the making. Finally,
Here's a coffee mug.
Yeah. I really think they need to diversify a little bit, so that's why I'm always hammering them on merchandise. So, like every T-shirt they produced, I bought.
Yeah.
Like
I think I have
maybe
them
it's just me because, but I like buying like the stuff around the console. Like if they had mugs and beer mugs. Like how does this company not have a pint glass? They invented the pint. Like how do they not have a pint glass?
That'd be cool.
Shame on you.
Yeah.
Speaking
Yeah,
of diversify,
Rich. I just got mine come the other day like that.
Nice.
speaking of diversify, it would if they do shirts and stuff, it'd be nice if they didn't just do like only Funstock, like sell through like Video Games Plus or Amazon. You know
I
what
agree.
I mean?
I had to pay. I had my shirt can't come, and another game I had ordered through Funstock was an Evercade game. I had to pay $22 custom fee, which sucked.
Ooh.
But I like to see like not just because I'm now talking about trading cards, but trading cards are huge, and I think they could do stuff in that space.
That would be kind of cool.
Look what Sean said. He drank directly from the keg.
No need for the mug.
That's great.
That's hilarious. But yeah, so I just want to make sure that we mention this right at the end. They will likely do an AMA on Discord the next day, which is really neat.
That's what got me intrigued about hardware or something else. Why would you do an AMA on a publisher? The games are already out there. They exist.
It's true.
Why would you do an AMA on anything other than we need to answer questions because people will have tons of them? No one's going to ask about whether you have a Sega collection with 10 Sega games. It's like, it's obvious. These are the games. Go complain about it or be excited.
But what if the announcement was, here's Blaze Entertainment Studios?
Their own publishing games, which they said they wanted to do.
Why not?
That's right.
Would you an AMA on
that though?
Because
would you need an AMA on that for the general people that they have? That's more like a developer thing, right?
I guess maybe.
Be like, what kind of games are you guys making? Are you guys, are you guys doing remasters?
Or maybe they're just publishing the indie games.
But an AMA would be good for, like, somebody just brought up that Sean or someone would be fine just to answer general questions, but anyway.
Exclusives, that would be great.
Yeah, that would be cool. So
console exclusives would push this into the stratosphere in the retro world. Like seriously,
we do have some exclusives. There already is some exclusives.
Yeah, they're true.
Well, which ones? Because I'm thinking of Quest Arrest, because that's the Game Boy Color version.
Oh, Quest Arrest came out on Game Boy.
Yeah, just pop it into Game Boy Color.
Aren't Cummings and Fairy Fire both console exclusives?
No,
PC,
both are on PC
but
Steam,
those
right?
are.
Yeah.
Oh, you're right, console. Yeah.
But yeah, those aren't anything you buy. They're not.
I want them to go get the Collector Vision.
True.
The 60 ROMs that Collector Vision has, because majority of those have never been produced for anything. They're
that would be really cool too.
Imagine those. Their collections, like I have both of their collections. They're fantastic, but they don't exist anywhere on hardware. They're only ROMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know what, though? We'll all say, no matter what, we're going to say a bunch of stuff. At the end of the day, we're probably going to be wrong on 99% of it. Hey, Sean.
Yeah,
I know you love Formula 1, dude. Come over to my channel. I open Formula 1 cards.
That's it. Oh,
Looks like Repair's going to take pole this weekend, too, just letting you know. He won the last practice round. Sorry.
So, just
I still think they're going to announce that they're working on online multiplayer and leaderboard. Something it's going to be something online.
Vertical handheld Evercade from Jason. That'd be weird.
That was
They're so uncomfortable.
They could just do that one more update.
Screen.
Yeah, even if there was just a vertical mode, how would you do that?
Well, think about
just
it.
Like that.
The egret, how it's got the rotating screen. You got everything.
Yeah.
Dude,
Oh my god, that would be a game changer. That would be a game changer. Like that makes the egret worth it. Otherwise, it's really expensive and not worth it.
So, that would be interesting. What if there was like a not that we'd want to have like a third thing as far as hardware goes, but I mean, what if there was like an autonomous arcade, like one thing that was just all in one?
Oh, like the
screen with a controller and the spinner or whatever, and and
I
then the
did,
cartridge.
Yeah,
like
that's
a tabletop, and you can put your carts in. We talked about that
Yeah.
a couple months ago, right?
I
Yeah.
don't get that.
No, just a controller.
I mean, I don't know where I'd put one, but I
I
would.
put
I would
mine
have,
right here, and
I don't want it
realized
to be a
it's
system.
easy, but
I just
right
want a joystick with like a trackball and a spinner, and it's Evercade.
Yeah,
you can plug it in. That would be better.
100%. I'm all in on a give me extra control methods.
Yeah.
Right. You know, because I
You
mean,
need more stuff to buy.
we're just about to talk about that for a little bit.
And then they're going to go back in and reprogram all the Atari games and everything that could utilize those.
Yeah. Also,
Yeah, that's what I want to hear. That would be a big announcement.
Yes.
Fixing the Atari 2600 games.
No, it wouldn't.
yes. Yeah.
No, it
Yeah.
wouldn't.
So fair warning for Ed, because he has the controls for this. I think because it started, if for some odd reason something happens to me, the show will go on, but it just opened up outside. So if I happen to disappear, it's not because I don't like you guys, it's because my power went out.
That's his excuse, everyone.
Oh,
Yeah, it's pouring outside, and it just happened. This is like one of those things where for 2 days straight, it's like you're gonna have thunderstorms that might include hail and maybe tornadoes, and it's like, okay, and then nothing happens, and then today's forecast was, oh yeah, it'll be a little bit of rain, and it's like buckets right now.
What?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
find if my power goes out, it's for absolutely no reason at all. It's not because of the
it just goes out.
It's because somebody did something that made the power go out.
Like, what are their speculations? So we got new hardware, we got publishers, we maybe have their.
I mean, the other. I mean, obviously, the other big thing, you know, on a big tease like that, I would say that one of the, you know, like if there are multiple announcements, right, one of them has to be one of the big ones. Namco returning, and maybe they got the arcades. You know, they figured out a way to make the stuff work on the VS is a huge announcement. You know, that would be cool. Or like here is another huge, you know, like one of the top 5 publisher guys, right?
Here's my out there.
Yeah,
Here's my totally out there, almost likely never to happen, but slightly possible. What if they said, "Hey, we've partnered with Sinden. You know, we're the first console that they've actually brought the light gun Sinden technology to the Evercade, and you know, and made here's a bundle for $79.95, and you get Time Crisis, and you get the gun, or you get House of
The
the Dead.
gun alone costs like what, $200.
I know.
Yeah.
That would be interesting.
But this is like a special
Yeah.
Evercade, like cheaper quality, like mini, smaller, but still good. That's my
What if
out
they
there
launch
prediction.
the microcomputer line and package the cart bundle with a mini Evercade branded mini keyboard and mouse, and they go after like the Atari ST and the lesser known, like not the Amiga because they have their own console out now, but what if they do that? Like, I mean, they've danced around it quite a bit, right? And it's a would be a big hit for a good part of the market, even if they went and said, hey, we're going to do, you know, some Spectrum stuff over here to service the European market, and Atari ST, you know, they
I just
that would be a big announcement, because I think it's perfect with those 4 ports in the front. You can put keyboard in, a mouse, and your 2 joysticks, and you're good to go.
Actually, you just gave me an idea. If they could announce like keyboard and mouse support, then we could get like Commodore collections.
Yeah, exactly.
Computer collections, DOS collections.
Yeah. Yeah, they can, like I say, give the support to it for any type of USB keyboard and mouse, but also make a package with their own branded stuff.
Thank you.
Because that's cheap to produce. Like that, for me, that is would be pretty exciting. Because playing the Amiga Mini, that console, I've been discovering so many awesome games on that console.
Oh, I should be getting mine soon.
Dude,
I'd rather have that in the Evercade ecosystem.
A USB keyboard would be cool too to have at your desk. But they need to make them. Yeah, I agree, Pete. They need to have it with like bundled, and then you should be able to buy the mouse and keyboard by itself too. And
yeah, exactly right.
now here's another Ed off the wall thing. What if they said, hey, Namco is coming back, but it's going to be this special edition, limited edition, dual cart collection that you can only get available this year, and it's like $39.95. You know, I don't know, something weird like, or like limited time cart, or another charity thing, or Halloween, Christmas. I don't know. They
would have to add more games to it for me to jump in.
Well, yeah. I mean, something new.
More Namco games. Like, because I think there's still quite a few Namco games that could be on those collections.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking about a re-release. Like what if they let's say to get some of these big publishers, what if they can only do like a limited time,
A limited run.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, I'd be down.
I'd be down for that.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, my off the wall one would be, because I mean, anytime I get to beat this drum, I'm going to is
Master System.
It's master system, or even a little further in time, but still on the Sega train. Somehow they got the guy from Gaijin Works and Working Designs to rework stuff with Game Arts, and then they're gonna do, here's your Working Designs collection, and then I'd be like, all right, that's it. I'd be like, go, thank you.
I mean
those games are starting to fade, in people's memory. Like, people don't remember those, but they're so good. All of those shoot 'em ups and RPGs and action RPGs and all that kind of stuff.
You know what?
Brought some
the
awesome
Game
stuff.
Gear collection would be awesome. Why? Because there's not a functional Game Gear alive right now because they all die.
Yeah,
there's plenty of functional Game Gears alive. They've fixed, like, you fix them up. But yeah.
Oh yeah, I know, but I mean, for the average person, there's not a way to play a lot of those without spending $200 on a modified Game Gear.
Or I mean, you can play them on like the Retron 5 with an adapter.
Yeah, you can. Here, it's an handheld. It's almost a perfect marriage. It's like the Lynx, right? The Lynx collections on Evercade is a perfect marriage.
100%,
I'm not saying it's not a good idea. I'm just saying there are.
Or like the Wonder Swan.
But I just got a modified Game Gear and I love it. Like, but have like those Game Gear put out a lot of really good games, like the Alien game on there, like the Golden Axe Warrior games. Like they've got versions of mainstream games that are amazing on the Game Gear.
Yeah. I mean, I'm frantically looking for it.
Same with the Neo Geo handheld, and same with like Wonder Swan, like those rare, 100% be like those rare like handhelds.
The Neo Geo Pocket has a collection on the Switch. At least.
That is true. Yeah,
it does. Yeah. I mean, there's like
pretty much everything, because there's only like 24 games on that.
The Evercade as a handheld in my mind, like it's still in my mind is always will be a handheld system, even though the PS is out, and I still think of it as an handheld.
What if one of their big announcements is like the Castlevania collection or the Contra collection for the?
I bought those so many times on the Switch.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure that
graphics would be cool.
Yeah, you played them already. You're not that wouldn't be excited, but I think a lot of
for other people would. I get it. And if they threw in an extra bone on the Evercade collections, like an unreleased, or threw in like the Intellavania on one of them, like that would be awesome. Like a fan made game.
I was going to say that those versions that were on the Wii that we'll probably never get, they were like lost. Or there's like an arcade. There's like a weird arcade version of Castlevania.
Yeah, there's one on mobile too.
Yeah, you're talking about the Wii Shop, the one that was on the Wii eShop, the cast that was like a remake of the Game Boy.
They have a version for that, and same with Contra. That's not anything else. Yes, dude.
Maybe what would be big for me? A renovation. If they're going to do just the collection announcement, which I don't think they'll do because that doesn't seem like a anniversary announcement. But I would be okay if they announced a Renovation 2 collection.
I mean, that could be part of the. That could be one of the smaller announcements.
Yeah. Big announcements. Yeah.
I mean, who knows? I mean, they could have all sorts of crazy stuff up their sleeves, right? Like we just don't know. But yeah, I mean, anything that allows for more discovery is, as far as collection announcements go, I am all for discovery over classics, in my opinion. Like, give me more stuff that maybe I know about because I'm into that obscure stuff. But if other people haven't known or didn't play those games, we're just talking about.
You've tapped into something. What if they say, hey, here's a lost like Pico or Mega Cats game, or like Songbird game? What if they do that? Like maybe something exclusive on the Evercade that's not like anywhere else. Like they won't even release it
honestly,
themselves.
If it's coming from them, you could probably get a cartridge version of it. Because like every single one of those games that was like on those Mega Cat collections or whatever, you could get a physical copy of them.
I know, but what if they decided not to do that though? Like, what if they made a deal with Blaze? Like,
well, that's the whole point. They're with the publisher, so they could release the games.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Lloyd or Jim wants to Namco working. Yeah.
Would that be big if they? Oh, what? Okay, yes, I agree. What if they said, "Hey, we've now got the license for the VS. We're not selling it anymore, and you put them both in. Get a mystery game, and maybe that'd be Miss Pac-Man or something."
I mean, that'd be kind of
Galaga
cool.
88 actually, because I don't know.
That'd be neat.
Yeah. Stop getting me excited.
So, yeah, Crazy Burger thinks that 4 collections are going to be announced. I mean,
maybe
the rest of the year. I don't know. I think
not.
I think they got to save that, right? I think this is a different thing. I think this announcement is different than the timeline, because the timeline's already there, right? And to fill out the timeline, be like, all right, well, maybe, and then he mentions Rono's Tale full version. That could be a cool announcement.
Maybe it's something that's not physical, you guys. What if they said, hey, we're these like gaming conventions, we're gonna come, we're gonna come to the US, or we're gonna go to these states, and we're gonna be there in our booths, we're gonna be at the next too many games. I know Rich would be like, oh my god,
that would be cool. Oh
yeah.
Man, I'm going
exactly.
So like that'd be sweet. I'd go to that booth,
dude. If that's the case, you're taking us virtually, which I
yes,
know
I would absolutely. Yes, coverage for sure.
But I don't think they would announce a complete version of Roneo's Tale, because I don't think that game's complete yet.
Yeah, I thought it was a little bit out, but it's possible.
I totally forgot about that game.
Reminder asks Sean about the Asteroids Deluxe ROM thing. I mean, it's.
Oh yeah, that I wouldn't make that a big announcement. I would just
no, you just put it in the new firmware, right? And be like, oh, hey, we fixed it. That's it's not an announcement.
Yeah, that's like with the chain reaction fixing the save states. Not a big announcement.
Yes.
See?
Oh, well, you got to let me know. Anything you put on the East Coast as far as conventions in the U.S., you let me know, and I'm there.
Yeah, like,
I'd even travel for you guys. I'd travel to go say hi, because, man, that'd be awesome to meet you guys.
Yeah, I'm going to miss Portland this year, but Canada has one in Vancouver coming up in June, or July. Come to Vancouver.
Yeah. Yeah. That'd be super neat.
Notice the way he just is a goal of ours. I love how Sean is cryptic, like it's a goal.
They don't really promise anything, really.
I know it can happen this year. It could happen 10 years from now. I love the way he words things. I'm like, I see what you did there.
Yeah, but yeah, no, that'd be kind of cool. Or I mean, what we did this whole speculation thing, right? And we haven't even talked about other things that could be a pretty huge announcement, like for example the development or launch of new features for things like the VS, like leaderboards or that kind of thing. Things that we've been asking for a little bit. We talked about that in episodes in the past, but we didn't mention it today. I just want to say, hey, we didn't forget about it.
I did.
Oh, did you?
It's a big announcement, like
yeah.
Like for me, that feels like something that just is a feature update on the OS.
Yeah, I might agree. But it'd be kind of cool.
That's Tate. Tate mode is vertical screen.
You flip the.
Yep.
They can do. I mean, dude, RetroArch has that built in. That's just like an easy firmware update, and then the controls just map and
yeah, for sure. Oh man.
Tate.
That'd be cool.
Well, if they did introduce an achievement system, I will say that
they won't
go back and replay all those games.
I'm 100% sure they will almost never do achievements.
Yeah, I mean it'd be too hard because you have to have a back end and you have to have a database support for that.
Well, but
you wouldn't have to do. I mean, if you start now and do like the games you have now, it'd be easier to do going forward rather than implementing it later. Mm-hmm. And also, you don't really have to do achievements going up, like all achievements right away. You can slowly introduce them going backwards.
The problem though is that if you don't have the source code to the game, essentially you have to like go into the emulator and.
You could do that. People have already done that because you can get if you're playing just ROMs on your computer, you can link that with an achievement system.
Yeah, but if you watch like Modern Vintage Gamer, he talks about it's a big undertaking. So I'm saying it's not impossible, but I don't see a smaller company doing that to get return on their investment. I don't know.
I mean,
people do it in their spare time for free.
Yeah, well, and for me though, like I don't know what it is about those, but if there was that, as far as that part of the thing, to bring more engagement with the community as far as that kind of thing goes,
Well, that might be
people will
good.
show up for that stuff because they
think about
just
it
want to
also-
grab things.
Give us leaderboards first.
Because like
Yeah.
like if you look
For
at
sure.
Anstream, they have the challenges, and it'd be the same thing.
Yeah, Anstream's already
Yeah.
done that with
So-
old games.
I could. It should be possible. I don't know. Like I guess it depends on how experienced you are looking at the code and finding those variables. Depends on how quickly you could introduce that kind of stuff.
See, so here's my thing. Here's my thing on achievements. I get that some people like the replayability, but to me, I see an achievement as a gimmick because the more you play it, you're eventually going to get it. And I think it ties into people's OCD being a completionist. Getting a high score, like not everyone can do that. So that's like a higher bragging right. But that's what it's cool.
Yeah.
If you like achievements.
Between leaderboards and achievements, I guess, yeah. But then sometimes, like, I don't know, I like the achievement list sometimes is like maybe it's all bragging rights, but to me the achievement thing is like, okay, well, I know that if I personally am hunting goals in games and I'm playing 300 so plus of them, it was like, oh wait, did I get everything in that one game? I don't know. Oh, my achievement list says, oh yeah, I got the achievement for it. I'm good.
I just had an idea. What if they came out with an Atari 2600 Activision collection, and the achievements would be the same ones you would get for getting the patches for those games?
Oh, that'd be sweet.
Dude, that would
I
be
think
yeah.
if you achievements, we guarantee to do achievements, you're going to get the profile system. You need to have that with achievements, right? Link it to your profile.
For sure.
That's a big influence. Although I do agree with what Crow brought up a while ago that for the like competition mode, they need to fix like where they move that graphic so people can't just like.
Well, it's weird. Like there's a whole thing with that. It's like it boils down to the fact that the only way you could really do it and prove that you did it correctly would be to live stream it. Because every other way I can think of to do it, you could fake it somehow.
Yeah.
And
people just don't trust you.
if there's no money on the line or it's not a sanctioned competition, I think you don't even worry about that. Like, who cares?
I'm not worried about that. I actually kind of forgot about that mode, to be
because
honest.
if they use it to say giving away a prize, they would have to live stream it. Like you wouldn't be able
I just thought of it. The leaderboards may possibly just be tied into that mode because you're unable to save state. So
I'll tell you why.
The leaderboards only being active for that mode.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'll tell you why, because I know like the Evercade Fans Hub and other thing, they've tried to do like fun competitions and people always have to cheat, find save. There's always those trolls who have to ruin it for everybody. And I would like Evercade to just be like a legit platform, like an Arcade 1UP has leaderboards, iArcade. That's all. I just want it to be legit.
Or they do like a weekly challenge and it's built in console where you have to do it through that mode, because that's something that they do, like pinball FX and stuff.
Yeah.
All right, you would have to, because it would disable save states and all that. Yeah.
But that wouldn't disable the cheats you could make, like if they were built in game.
Oh, yeah.
Because believe me, I found a doozy for Dino Land.
Oh yeah.
But I think people could spot that though. But I know what you mean. If somebody still could get that high score, then it ruins it. Yeah.
Well, yeah, you can spot it, but if you're just looking at the score and you don't see the gameplay, you would never know.
You're crushing my world, Crow.
But yeah, so I think that's, I mean, again, still hype level pinned. We are all about this, and who knows who's going to be right, on any of these guesses, if any. I think it's just exciting because you never know. You watch this video and then it's like, nope, everything's wrong. None of these things are happening, but you get this other thing comes completely out of left field, and you're like, wow, let's go.
All I have to say is going to happen, right? When we think going right, they're going to swerve left.
Right? Exactly. So
just don't hit a tree.
Yes,
yeah, exactly. So,
sure.
dude, this comes to the whole thing where I made that video. Are you a gamer or a gambler? Because this is like the gambler and all of us, like the anticipation. What is like for me, like I love this moment almost more than actually like when the stuff releases. I love the hype. I like what's it gonna be like, and having a community and just knowing that Blaze is active, and it's just I love that. Like this is like the high. Like I love this.
Yes. Yeah. No. So I guess maybe for me, the last thing about the video itself that I would like is that they create it or present it in the same fashion as they did what they did last year, with like some kind of like other wrapper or whatever. So they went like super retro with the call-in line last year. I would just do like, if it was something cool, like, I don't know, you watched it and like the production value was all like wacky and cool and neat, like I'd be in for that, like rather than just say like here's a presentation that we would see like at an E3 or something like that, right? Just have something that's like just wacky and cool, because I know that it's possible. They've done it before, so
Dude, they'll do it in Blaze fashion. There's one thing that we can definitely 100% say about Blaze.
You are unique.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, for sure. And that it seems like the team really knows how to have a good time too. So like, I think it's, I'm just hype about it. And then of course, this Saturday, next Saturday, I mean, it's just going to be just like decompression mode. And we're going to pull apart all of the things that we saw on Tuesday. So that's going to be an awesome thing. So make sure you guys come back for that too.
That'll be the whole
I almost
show.
wonder if we should start 30 minutes earlier next Saturday. For I think it's going to be like a lot to talk about.
No, wait, there's no way I can wake up 30 minutes earlier.
Dude, it's already really early for me.
Yeah. Well, but the thing is too,
We'll just go a little later then.
I might have to be in a headset mode, because I 100% have a prior engagement on the 4th, but I know the show has to. We can't not do that.
Yeah, I know.
4th of June, we have to have it. But for me, it's going to be headset mode for me, with you guys probably like headset mode with phone in pocket mode only, for me, because I'll be helping a family member move. So I'll be in the process.
We could do a Tuesday night show, Rich.
Oh yeah, you know what? We could always do a different night.
Oh yeah,
we could do a different night too. That's right.
We could do that. I like pizza. We could do that Tuesday night.
All right. Well, then there you go.
Let's do a Tuesday night show.
Yes.
I'm home from work at Tuesday. I should be able to do like from 8 o'clock on.
Yeah.
All right. Cool.
So we don't have cards this Tuesday. So
and then yeah, we could do a stream, do the show, and then we could just
8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's like 7 o'clock or my time. Yeah.
Or usually it's 9 o'clock Eastern, 8 o'clock or what? Because Rich.
I can do 9 Eastern. I can do 9 Eastern, Rich, if it works for you. Then the kids are a bit.
Yeah.
I work for, I can get home at 6 p.m. from work.
Maybe we can do that, and everybody on the yeah, let's do it. And then we'll everybody else can catch the replay on the on Wednesday. It'd be sweet.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Well, there we go.
Yep.
So we'll just do it on Tuesday then. Heck
yeah.
That's awesome. So, all right, cool. Well, we're already over an hour, because that's what happens. Do we want to, like? I don't want to do the games disservice.
We could
say let's not rush them and do the games next Saturday.
We got the whole month, next month, to talk about those games before we have another collection.
Yeah,
so I don't want to rush the arcade collection from Atari because it's a great collection.
Yeah, so let's do that. Let's put it.
It's your take on it,
Atari, and then we'll because we're gonna have the big show on Tuesday, and then we'll see what happens for talking with these. We'll talk about those next time then.
Yeah.
All right. I just had an idea. My boss is off of work next week. Ooh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
We'll
for sure. We'll absolutely for sure put out a reminder for the
we should
PM show.
Get that up as early as possible so we can get everybody can plan their date. I know most of our core audience will want to be watching it.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I know that's gonna be real late for some of these people, but you
can't it's funny, right? It's like imagine if we were all over the world. We're only separated by 3 hours now. Imagine we're all trying to get this show together.
Yeah. So all right, cool. So that sounds good. And
that's awesome.
We'll see you guys on Tuesday right after the a little after the announcement. Then we'll be all hyped. We'll be ready to rock.
Imagine if we're all disappointed.
Yeah. Right. We get
what the hell was that? Yeah. We all turned heel.
Oh, so you really think that our attitude will be this?
It stinks.
I don't know.
I
about
doubt
that.
that's gonna happen. I doubt
know
that's
about
gonna
that.
happen.
But
I think in
seriously,
Blaze.
You don't want to get too hyped up. You don't know what this. They just made an announcement.
Dude,
You know?
they've for me personally, they've never disappointed me, right? Because it's like it's more goodness. You know?
I agree.
You know, I think and
Unless
I've talked about this.
we're giving up and we're done. That'll suck.
Yeah. I mean, and I talk about this a lot in my videos. I mean, essentially, Blaze is the only company that's made like retro gaming fun and exciting for me. You know, that's
They've
all
been
I'm
doing a
gonna
lot of good stuff in the space, that's for sure.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean it's been awesome. It's been really cool. So, yeah, roll the dice. Yeah, so I think I guess that's it then, right? We're ready to rock for today, and we'll see you on Tuesday then, and we'll talk about this some more. Anyone else have anything else cool that they want to plug, promo, whatever, right before we go?
I just dropped my first ever Lord of the Rings stuff on the channel, so go check it out.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
Like movie cards or
movie cards from The Hobbit. Go check it out. Subscribe. Have fun. Let me know what you think.
I'll definitely check those out. If you get the game cards and start opening those somehow.
Well, I've got the limited run.
Know where you got them, and I want them.
I'm looking for game trading cards. There's not a lot of them. Maybe Evercade will announce they're going to make them.
I got my limited run trading cards yesterday, and I just decided I'll just go open them up and look at them. Not make a video.
Mine's should be here in a week or so. So I didn't get very many. I only bought 5 packs. So
only 5. Okay, so did you buy like the box?
No, because I didn't want to invest in it until I knew I liked it.
Not the big one, but the hobby box.
No, it was sold out.
Okay, so I got one of the hobby boxes and then one other pack. So I guess I had like 6 packs altogether. Yeah,
no, I didn't get that. I just bought some packs because they were sold out.
And then I had to go through all my collections and find the cards I already had, so I could put them in the binder.
Which is probably a lot, right?
Not really that much. I didn't fill up the whole binder.
Oh, okay.
Because I have bought a lot of limited run stuff, but I have also sold a lot of limited run stuff.
Right. Cool.
So I guess all I have to promote is I don't know if it'll be live, but I'll definitely be doing a reaction video, watching it live, because this thing is big. This thing is the most enormous, hugest thing we've ever seen.
That's what she said. Woo!
Ed just sets himself up.
I'm watching him. I can see his hand like hovering.
Yeah. He was ready. He was ready for it.
Oh yeah.
As far as what you got going on, Crow? You're gonna be.
Well, I do have a video coming out tomorrow for a game that won't be accessible to anybody until June sometime. So I'll leave that as it is. Awesome. I am working on. I do have videos up for. The Beast Wrestler. I want to say Beast Warrior because Beast Warrior was the name of that game everywhere except for the US. And then Arcus Odyssey, and I'm working on the Dino Land one right now. So I'm kind of working through the games I've already played before I start playing more.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. So it is indeed, as people have mentioned, a holiday weekend this weekend, which means I have some extra time on my hands. So it may be, in fact, on Monday, but at some point during this weekend, a stream will go up on the channel. We will be playing some more Golden Axe Warrior. Finally.
Dude.
I'm going to sit down. I'm going to commit because my goal is to sit down and just blow through at least 2 dungeons straight up. Do everything.
Are you streaming that or you already recorded it?
I'm going to stream it. I'm going to stream it when I play.
Dude, I've been bugging him about that.
Yeah, it's been staring me in the face, and I haven't played it in like probably 2 months.
I know.
I have to get this done. So I'm getting in there. I'm just doing that. So that'll be that. And then of course, Tuesday is just gonna be an avalanche. There will be an INTV Tuesday video that'll show up at 4 p.m. EST. Thanks, John. And I forget which one it is. I think it's Nova Blast. We'll be doing that. And then of course, the Evercast on Tuesday night. So then that'll be awesome. So we'll see you back then. And then I'll have some teasers for stuff later. So Good stuff. Good stuff. Awesome. Actually, that's pretty cool. Nice. Good stuff. Good stuff there. And that's it. We're good. We're good to go. So until next time, guys, we will catch you on Tuesday for some awesome news.
Bye, everyone.
Take it easy, guys.
All right. Bye.
Can you imagine getting a free meal at our expense?